you have like a candy store for trainers. You call it the Biohack Studios down in Tampa Bay, Champa Bay. You want to tell the listeners about that, like what kind of equipment that you have in there, why you have it, how you found out about it, all of that good stuff.
Really, the studio was born out of, it's kind of evolved. I was fortunate enough to find a nice property on Central Avenue here in St. Petersburg, and it was my office and ARX, and it was a showroom. So people would fly in from all over the world to come try the equipment, and the inevitable next question was always, well, once they decided to buy ARX, it was, what else do you think I should buy? Most of these people are in our core demographic, starting I guess what we call a next generation fitness facility, kind of high tech, uh, different, where you're differentiating based on equipment, not so much on the talent of the individuals or the trainers. So once that started happening, I thought, well, maybe I should reach out to some of these other vendors and see if they'd like to showcase their equipment here in the studio, and that way people could fly in. It's kind of a one-stop shop and try a bunch of different technologies, and that went really well. So we brought in Carroll Bikes. We helped them launch here in the US. One of our customers up in Nashville, I think, was their first US based customer. They're out of the UK, and we brought them in to our showrooms. We've got two showrooms, one here in St. Pete, one at our headquarters in Austin. So we've got mostly the same equipment at each. And so we've got Carol, we've got a cold tub for those brave enough to go sit in 40-degree water. You got a Fit 3D body scanner to be able to quantify the results. You got a biocharger, which is one of my favorite relatively newer technologies, but four different energy frequencies. Just a really, really cool device. And it's kind of a communal device, which is what I love about it. Our members kind of gather around it, have a conversation, hang out, and they're absorbing the frequencies. Then you've got red light and near infrared panels, and then obviously ARX at the core. We do a little bit of PNOE with the metabolic testing, and we've got some neurooptimal brain training. So it's kind of a big mix of things, but what you'll notice they all have in common is that they can be done autonomously and safely, and that they are different than what you see in the market. So here we had the showroom, and it was basically just my personal little Candyland of biohacking technologies, and enough people in the community found out what we had in there and started literally banging on the door saying, what can I pay you to use this stuff? And so I kind of got forced into a retail setup there. So Biohack Studios was born out of that, just trying to turn it. Really, what I thought of was, how neat would it be for all of our ARX prospective customers that when they fly in, instead of just seeing it in a showroom environment, what if they could fly in and see an actual business running the way we think a business can run? And I'm sure we'll dive in a little bit here in terms of what makes it such a different model